Welcome back, everybody, to the KC Sports Report. I'm your host, Michael Darcy, and today I'm joined by my guys, Caden Sproul and Kyle Collier, and we are going to break down Trey Smith's injury and talk about when he might be back with the team. So, ladies and gentlemen, we got some unfortunate injury news that Trey Smith is dealing with both a high and low ankle sprain and is expected to miss, quote, some time per Ian Rappaport. And so it seems like Trey Smith is going to be out for at least the next couple weeks. He's already been ruled out to play this Thursday on Thanksgiving against the Cowboys. So this injury is serious, and he's also been dealing with a back injury all year long. So it just kind of, compounded, and it seems like we're going to be without him for at least a couple weeks. Now, it is worth mentioning that he wasn't put on IR yet, and so maybe there's some optimism that he doesn't miss a full month. But what was your first reaction to this injury? And we'll start with Kyle.
First reaction just came during the Indianapolis game because it was evident that after Trey Smith's exit, the offense took a step back, and I think it really did affect the quarterback. Caden, you got that stat on the running game, but Patrick Mahomes clearly just was lacking trust in his protection, and it seemed like he had happy feet. He was kind of running into pressure a little bit and just trying to force things. And one of the first plays Caliendo subbed in on, he was pulling to the left side and just missed his assignment. And just the play got blown up. I kind of compare this to the Isaiah Pacheco injury situation. I feel like you can survive without him for maybe a week or two. But I think if you enter the playoffs, or if you face a team like Dallas with Quinnen Williams in the middle, or Houston, who can absolutely get after the quarterback, that's going to be tough, and it might make life much harder for your running game and your quarterback as well.
Yeah, and Kyle, you talked about the stat for the run game. It was just, in short summary, the Chiefs went from 4.5 yards per carry to 2.8 after Trey Smith exited, which that's a big deal. He's a very key cog in the run game, or run blocking at least, and that's going to be something that's going to be huge to be without him moving forward. And looking at long term, I know you talked about it, Michael. He had the back injury going early on in this season as well, so. That's a few injuries now with it being both ankles and in the back as well. That's not good for somebody that we just gave the largest guard contract in the NFL this past offseason. Now he is still young. He's still a very young guy. I think he's only 25 or 26. So that's a positive sign that hopefully it's not something that's gonna linger. But yeah, it's gonna be a lot different having Mike Caliendo in there instead of Trey Smith. And it'll be interesting to see what type of game plan the Chiefs strategize around that, because I feel like there's gonna have to be a change in game plan at least whenever you're missing arguably the best right guard in football. So as I talked about earlier, we know what type of problem the Cowboys present up front with Kenny Clark and Quinnen Williams, who they added at the trade deadline. I'm sorry. And they've been a problem so far, just in Quinnen Williams' first game, and then Kenny Clark's been good this year as well. So, yeah, the Chiefs got a problem on their hand for sure.
When Trey Smith is a tough son of a gun, the guy's been playing through that back injury. A high and low ankle sprain is something that would take out most people for 6 months or at least 3 months.
Yeah,
Trey Smith is not going to miss
was not placed on IR. Yeah, I can't believe he was not placed on IR yet. Yeah.
And that's a good sign for the Chiefs. And with all the injuries going on right now, they got banged up in that Colts game. Kareem Hunt, while he's not going to be on the injury report, they beat him to hell. 30 carries, he ran for 104 and 1 touchdown. That guy is not going to be feeling very good on Tuesday. And so they're going to have to find a way to, get by without Trey Smith. But the good thing is that you've got Mike Caliendo, who is solid as right guard. You also paid Jalen Moore this offseason to be your swing tackle. Maybe you kick him into guard if you think he could be the better option. But I'll say the part the Chiefs are going to miss the most about Trey Smith in both, pass pro and in the running game, he masks a lot of the Jawan Taylor deficiencies. And with Caliendo at right guard, or whoever they put there, he's not going to be as good. And so it's going to make Jawan Taylor more of a problem. Those issues that we've had where you say, man, Jawan Taylor got smoked. I think it's only going to be worse because he doesn't have Trey Smith to help him out on his, technically his left side, but, Smith's right side. I think that's where they're going to miss him the most.
Yeah, yeah, and Caliendo, like you said, is a solid backup, a nice fill-in piece, and on a short week where you got to play on Thursday on Thanksgiving, you're definitely not going to see Trey Smith in this game. I don't think. It's just been weird with this line. I feel like it's been much better this year. But they're all five guys just really haven't been on the field at the same time. Josh Simmons missed an extended period of time. Trey Smith has kind of been in and out recently. It's going to be maybe it's not tough. Maybe these guys are just professionals and it's not going to matter, right? But I feel like as you get closer to the playoffs, you want those guys working just in tandem with each other, just lockstep, and just having all of the chemistry possible, all the experience together as possible. And we really haven't gotten that this year.
Yeah, I mean, and we talked about Pat's trust level, and it seems like he's exiting the pocket a lot. This year early on, and at least in the Colts game, I saw that a few times. But yeah, I mean, like you said, Kyle, they've had injuries. I think they've had injuries to every spot along the line besides Creed. I think Creed's the only one that's played, all the way through. Kingsley's left games early on, and then Jawan Taylor's had some injury problems as well. He's come back for them, that's a good sign, but that doesn't help with, Pat's trust, just having guys constantly in and out of the lineup. And Mike Caliendo, like you said, he's a solid backup, to be a backup in this league. He's decent. But I think it goes without saying that Trey Smith is a much better guard. And he's going to be somebody that they're going to need in the long term. And, like you said, Kyle, they may be able to go a week or two without him. But I mean, you're looking at matchups with the Texans upcoming, what that D-line did to Josh Allen. I mean, they had him in shambles. And then another matchup with the Broncos later on in the season. And we know every matchup is a must win here on out. So, just looking long term, it may be an issue.
Well, quick question for you guys. Isaiah Pacheco has been back at practice with a giant brace on that right knee that he sprained his MCL. It's kind of hard to say. And at the time of this recording, it's Monday night. Do you think that Isaiah Pacheco is going to play on Thursday against the Cowboys?
Maybe I would lean towards yes, because maybe that's the reason that they held him out of Indy, just with just having a short rest period until the Thursday night's game. I would say I'm leaning towards yes. He was a full participant today, and he was a full participant at one point last week. So yeah, I would lean towards yes.
Yeah, I would say he plays. I honestly thought he was going to play this past week. I didn't think there was any chance that the Chiefs would go into that matchup without him, but I think the Chiefs know what they're doing as far as injuries. Mitch Holthus talked about it a little bit today, and all of his years with the Chiefs, he's never seen those guys really rush a guy back. They're always pretty reserved with that and let them come back at their own pace. So, yeah, and not only do I think he's going to be back, but the Chiefs are going to need him. I mean, I talked a little bit. The Cowboys' run defense has been better, but this season overall they've struggled a little bit in that area. So. I think getting him back would be key for this offense.
I hope you guys are right, because the Chiefs desperately need a running back that can step up, not named Kareem Hunt. But, without Trey Smith, with the possibility of Pacheco missing out, this team is going to have to rally against the Cowboys, and it's going to be very interesting to say the least. But I think that is all we have for this short little injury report. My final question for you guys is, where can the people find your content?
Find me on Twitter at Kyle Collier _810, and then listen to me on the program with Seren Petro. I produce the program weekdays 2 to 6.
You can find me on Twitter as well at Caden Sproul 810, or you can listen to me on Sports Radio 810 on Wednesday nights. I produce The Take with Andy Sweeney from 7 to 9, and then I'm on the night shift as well with Michael and Kyle later on.
And guys, all their stuff will be linked in the description of this video. Go follow them on Twitter. Hit that like button, subscribe for more Daily Chiefs content. We are less than 200 subscribers away from 15,000. So hit that subscribe button. Tell a friend to subscribe. That should be a fun occasion when we hit that. But until next time, guys, thank you for watching this video. And as always, go Chiefs.